It took 6 months to make this red soju. I referred to a 230-year-old Korean document. First, wash a bit of rice thoroughly. Now close the lid and let it sit for a week. Then, a rotten stench will reek inside. This is like a starter to prevent contamination during fermentation. Then steam the rice and add a Korean traditional fermentation agent called nuruk and mix the nuruk, water, and rice thoroughly. Now ferment for 3 days. Meanwhile, wash about 10 times more of the rice and soak for a day. After 24 hours, drain it carefully. Place it in a steamer and steam it evenly. After about 40 minutes of steaming, I spread the rice out to cool to room temperature. Then I filtered the starter I had prepared earlier. At first, it had a strong rotten smell, but as fermentation progressed, the aroma actually became pleasant. I then mixed this filtered starter with the cooled rice and added more nuruk. I tried to follow the old texts as closely as possible, but I was worried because there didn't seem to be enough water. I wasn't sure if the fermentation would go well. Place it all in a jar and leave it in a cool place to ferment. At first, it's very thick without any moisture. Then after about a week, it becomes moist, and the smell was amazing. After 2 weeks, filter out the liquor. And I took to this to my grandma's. I poured the liquor into a large iron pot and placed a traditional Korean soju distiller on top. I put some flour dough between the pot and the still so the steam won't escape. Then I lit a fire and poured cooling water on top to complete the final setting. Now if I wait, liquor will drip out. But then I smelled something burning. I lifted the soju distiller to check, and it was totally burnt. I almost gave up, but in the end, I went ahead and completed the distillation. The rest will follow in the next video. I'll be back soon, so be sure to hit follow and don't miss it.